The writer of the following text is now an American scholar and writer. He was born in 1934 in a part of the subcontinent which became Pakistan. When he was 4 years old, he contracted meningitis
Meningitis.
And was left totally blind. His father, a Hindu doctor, wanted his son to have the best chance in life, and he sent him 1,300 miles away to a boarding school, the Dadar School for the Blind in Bombay, now Mumbai. There he was to learn English and Braille. Despite the fact that his first language was Punjabi and the other pupils spoke Marathi. The principal, Mr. Ross Mohon, wanted his pupils to have the same education opportunities as sighted children, including sports and outings. In the following text, Vidi goes on a school trip to experience the sea for the first time in his life.
Yes. So what are we reading about? An autobiography. Autobiography means a writing written by the person itself. So we know a few things about the writer Ved Mehta, that he was blind, okay? And due to his, education purpose, the parents sent him 1,300 miles away to the Dadar school in Mumbai.
Miss?
Yes.
Fatma said, let her get in.
Khalas.
Listen. Now, what you have to remember, in India, there are different languages. The words used here, Punjabi, okay? It is the language spoken by the people there, okay? And Marathi is also a language. There were different languages in India. So when he left his state and he came to the other place, though the people read or spoke Marathi, his parents sent him there to study what? English and Braille system. What is the Braille system? Who will tell me?
Miss me?
Okay.
Me?
Yes, Meera.
Okay, it is like a paper that has little bumps which represent letters, and people with no sight can use them to read and write.
Yes, exactly. The people who can't see, they have to also learn reading, right? How do they do it? They touch the paper and there are small protruding, in the pages. When they touch, they will know that these are the alphabets. So they can read the whole book with the Braille system. Okay? Now, who is the next? Meera, our trip to the sea.
Yes, thank you. Our trip to the sea. One warm day, there was a series of explosions at the front gate. At first, I thought somebody was setting off firecrackers, but then I realized that what I heard was a motor car engine backfiring. We heard such engine sounds all the time, mixed with the clip-clop of horses, the clatter of hand carts, and clink of punk of bicycles' bells and car horns. They were sounds of passing traffic. No vehicle, it seemed, ever stopped in the front of the school.
Yes. So here, he's giving description of what? Getting out of his, what? Boarding school to see what? He's going to the sea. If you have come across the words like firecrackers, you all know what is a firecracker, right?
Yes, yeah.
This is the firecracker. Can you see the colorful one?
Yes.
Okay. But what did he realize? Those were not the firecrackers by the motor car engine backfiring. What do you mean by backfiring?
It's like exploding or...
It is the, when you start, the petrol ignites and makes a small kind of sound, right? Yeah. When you start a car, there's a small kind of sound which comes, explosion in the exhaust pipe. It happens with poorly maintained vehicles. If you see your cars, do they make all these noise? No. They are all well maintained, right? So he heard these sounds and he's explaining how he felt. We heard such engine sounds all the time.
Miss, okay? So backfiring are like, in the engine brakes or what?
Not brakes. When you have to start a car which is not well maintained, it gives
Oh,
out
okay.
these sounds from the exhaust
Okay.
pipe, right? With the smoke and everything. That is what it means by
Okay.
backfire. Continue, Meera, to the next paragraph.
Okay. Mr. Raz Mohan wants all of us at the fun game. Bhaskar cried, running into the boys' dormitory. There's a lorry. We are really going to Juhu Beach. We heard Mr. Raz Mohan mention the visit to Juhu Beach, and we all had taken about going to the seaside, knowing exactly what it was. Why are we going to a lorry? I asked. Because there is no trams to Juhu Beach, you son of an owl, Abdul said. It's really far. The lorry had no seats, so we had sat on the floor, the boys on one side and the girls on the other side. I wanted to run around, but Raz Mohan was addressing us from the front of the lorry.
Yes.
Boys and girls,
So
this is
now
our
stop
first.
there, Meera.
Okay.
So here, who is Mr. Ras Mohan?
He is
He's
the first page we spoke about. He's the principal.
He's the principal.
Yes.
Yes. So here, who asked them to go in front of to the front gate? It was Bhaskar.
It was Bhaskar.
And where were they going?
To the Rohu Beach.
Juhu
right?
Beach. Okay, there's a beach in
Juhu,
Mumbai
okay.
called Juhu. So they had planned for an outing to Juhu Beach, and they were all expected to be in front of the gate. And what was the things they had to keep in mind? What? That they had no seats, they had all sit on the floor, and boys in one side, girls in the
and the girls on the other side.
So what is a lorry? Can you see the picture here?
Oh, it's like a truck.
Yes, like a truck. Now this is a closed truck which you carry, goods. But an open truck is what? It will not be covered like this. It will be open. So they were wondering why there was a lorry. So what do you mean by lorry? A motor truck.
A motor truck.
Okay. So why are we going in a lorry? Because there are no trams to Juhu. What do you mean by trams, girls?
I don't know.
Trams.
Trams?
What do you mean by trams?
Oh, like car, like another vehicle to go by?
Yes, it's a kind of truck. I mean, car on rails for carrying loads of mine, or you can say it is kind of a vehicle which takes you from one place to another. Okay. So here they were telling that we don't have trams to Juhu, so we have to go by the bus. Lorry. Who is next? Hoor. Continue reading to help us pass time.
No, miss. It was boys and girls.
Okay, boys and girls. Okay. Hoor.
Yeah.
Yes. Start reading. Boys and girls. After 20.
Paragraph 25. Yeah. Boys and girls, this is our first annual holiday.
Juhu.
We have a day Juhu Beach, and we have a day's holiday. I want you to stay in your places because the ride is bumpy. To help us pass the time, Miss Mary led us in the new song, which really only had one line. John Brown's bottle number 101. Each time we sing it, we would sing out one number less than the time before. The song sounded festive to us, and we felt we were really on an annual holiday.
Juhu.
I heard
Okay, Hoor, just stop. Fatima, continue reading.
Yes, miss. Where did you stop?
At Juhu
At
Beach.
Juhu Beach.
What?
At
At
Juhu
Juhu
Beach,
Beach.
that paragraph.
Okay. At Juhu Beach, I heard a sound I have never heard before. A, a genetic growth
Gigantic.
Gigantic.
a gigantic roar, alternating with the sound of a huge amount of water rushing out. I wanted to run toward the sound and touch it, and to feel what it was really like. But the sighted master hardly used us boys into the boys. Shake.
Shack.
Shock.
He gave he gave us each a pair of pathing trunk, and we got into them.
Okay. So
Now
here they
okay.
have reached the beach, and what happened? There's another person they are talking about. Sighted master. Who is a sighted master? Why it is addressed as sighted master in this autobiography? Because Ved Mehta felt he couldn't see, but the master he had could see. So he addressed him as sighted master. Okay. Annual. What do you mean by annual? Can you see
Like
here?
it is,
Pertaining
yeah.
to a year. So the year's holiday was to the Juhu beach this time. Okay. Now, what is a shack? Can you see the picture here?
It is like a small,
Yes,
cabin.
it's a cabin, a rough cabin where they were asked to go and change into a bathing trunks. Okay, the shorts that the boys would wear. Now, who is next? Aya.
Yes.
Start reading from now. You can do.
Let's see you, Aya.
Page number 180.
Okay. I know.
Yalla.
Now you can do what you like. She cited
The sighted.
master said, but don't go
Beyond.
beyond the rope in the water. I hesitated
Hesitated.
for the amount
For a
Moment.
Moment. Yeah.
moment
Rest, keep quiet.
wondering how amid
Amid the roar.
And the rush, I would hear the sighted master ringing the bell.
Continue.
Okay. On the other side of the rope, but the
partially
sighted boy started
Running.
toward the roar and the rush, killing back
Calling. Abdul Ruben. Vedi.
There is nothing in the way. You can run to.
Okay.
I ran.
Stop there, Aya. Sama, are you with us still?
Yes.
Start reading from there. I ran
towards the roar and the rush. The air smelled of salt and coconuts. There was hot, grainy, dry ground underfoot. It was so hot that I could
scarcely
bear to put my feet on it. I was in the water, began carried out. It closed over my head. I forgot everything. I said I'd never been so happy. A jolt opened my mouth. I was rapidly swallowing water that tasted of tears, buckets of them. I was flung back, choking. Again, the water closed over my head. The water
retreated.
I lay on the water, wondering how far the water could take me. Then I came up against the rope, as thick as the one we used for the tug of war, and I heard this silent master calling me. That's far enough. Come back, you'll drown.
Yes. So here he is explaining how the first time entered into the waters and how he felt, what happened. Okay, how
He
he got
drowned.
drowned, almost drowned, we would say. Okay.
Okay.
Now moving to the next one, Mayar.
Miss? Miss?
Yeah.
Do we have
Yeah,
to
miss,
do the
okay.
word pool?
Hmm?
Do we have to do the word pool?
Yes, I will tell all of that later. Mayar, start reading.
Okay.
Okay, miss. We spent the day bathing in the water and running around on the new ground. I couldn't get over the way it shifted. It shifted around, almost like the water. We could go into the water as often as we liked, and when we ran, we just had to keep the sound of the ocean to our left or right, depending on which way we were facing. The school compound suddenly shrank in my mind, like a woolen sock Mamaji had knitted for me, which became so small after it was washed that I could hardly get my hand in it.
Yes, Mamaji is what? It is a Indian terminology used for what? A person. Okay. If you look into the page number 179, okay, there is glossary for you all. Mamaji is the Punjabi word
Also,
for
his mom
mummy.
knitted
Okay.
it for him.
Yeah. He recalled his mother how she had knitted a woolen sock, and when he entered if you put it in the water, it shrinks, right? So
Yeah.
the thought of a school shrinked in his mind. It vanished now. What he could remember now, he was enjoying the outside nature. Now, we have finished with this words. Now, I want you all to go through the word meaning. So I'll explain everything again. Hesitate. What do you mean by hesitate? To be reluctant. Okay. You are a
Yes.
little reluctant and you wait because of fear. Alternate. To interchange repeatedly. Bathe is to what? To immerse in water.
Water.
Fling. To throw with force.
Force.
Shrank. To draw back. Okay. Here past tense of shrink is shrank. Okay.
Yes.
Retreat. Act of
Withdrawing.
withdrawing. Okay. Clear till here?
Yes.
Hesitate, to be reluctant, wait because of fear. Alternate, to interchange repeatedly. Bathe, to immerse in water. Fling, to throw with force. Shrank, to draw back. Retreat, to act of withdrawal. You are getting back from where you have gone. Retreat, okay? Come back,
Yes.
okay? Shrank is to draw back in size or in thoughts, okay? Now, starting with the first one. As we finish with the explanation of the author, the first paragraph, it talks about the beginning of how they move on from their the place, hostel, to the getting ready to the vehicle to move out of their towards the beach. Okay, so we came across these words like firecrackers, backfiring, okay, engine backfiring. And how was the sounds? He had heard such engine sounds all the time, mixed with the clip clop of horses. Keep remembering that he can't see, so he's giving the descriptions of things that he could hear. Okay,
Yes.
the clatter of handcrafts and the clink and the pong pong of bicycle bells and car horns. They were sounds of passing traffic. So when he could hear these sounds, he realized that he is in a traffic. No vehicle, it seems, ever stopped in front of the school. So he realized that there were moving traffic in front of his school. Now moving to page number 180. Okay, here he is talking about Mr. Ras Mohan, the principal. Okay, how he wanted them to be in front of the gate. So who came to tell them? Bhaskar came, cried, running into the boys' dormitory. What is dormitory? It is like the
It's
hostel,
like a dorm.
place where
Oh.
more boys stay together. Okay, not like a house. It is your hostel.
A
No,
dorm.
it's hostel, right? Another
Yeah,
word for
but
hostel
Miss.
is dormitory. There's a lorry. I gave you the word meaning of it's a lorry is a motor truck. They were going to the Juhu beach by the motor truck. And we heard Mr. Ras Mohan mention the visit to Juhu beach. Okay, so they came to know that they're going to Juhu beach. We had all talked about going to the seaside without knowing exactly what it was. So what happened now? He was going to a place where he has never been before, but they only spoke about it. Why are we going into the lorry? I asked. Because there are no trams to Juhu beach. Okay, it is really far. They had to accommodate a lot of boys together, and the only option they had was the motor truck. The lorry had no seats, so we all had to sit on the floor, the boys on one side and girls on the other. Then what happened now? It was their first annual holiday at the Juhu beach. I want to stay in your places because the ride is bumpy. So what is the instruction given to them? To sit in the right place itself because it is going to be a bumpy ride.
Right.
And throughout their journey, what song did they sing? Who will tell me? What song did they sing?
Miss, can I
Miss,
answer?
I can't hear you.
Now you can hear.
Yeah, now.
What is the song they sang throughout their journey?
John Brown bottle number 101.
Yes, John Brown's bottle number 101. Okay. Now, and once they reach, what they were told? To change into the bathing trunks in the boys' shack, that is the cabin, and do whatever they wanted. But what was one more thing that it was told? They were not allowed to go beyond the rope in the water. There was a rope tied there. They were not allowed to go beyond that. Beyond means after that area, they're not allowed to go further. Okay, they had to stop till there. I hesitated. What do you mean by hesitated?
Like you have to think about something, like you didn't do it in one go.
Yeah, you're a little reluctant. You're not ready to do it at the in the instant itself. Okay. And why was he reluctant? Because he was hearing the roar. What do you mean by roar? The loud sound of the sea. And he was not comfortable because it was his first experience. And he could hear his sighted master. What do you mean by sighted master? I told you. The person who could see, so he called his master, sighted master, ringing the bell. Why was he ringing the bell?
So they will to
people who went on the wrong direction, he would ring the bell and he would call the names. Okay? There is nothing in that way. You can run too. Okay? So he would stop them from going any further. I ran towards the roar, the rush, the air smelled of salt and coconut. He is now describing, in this paragraph, he's describing how the environment was. It was hot, grainy, dry ground underfoot. It was so hot that I could scarcely bear to put my feet on it. So I had to run so fast, couldn't stop, examine it. Okay, then he felt the water being carried out. It closed over my head. I forgot everything. I felt I had never been so happy. A jolt. What do you mean by jolt?
Oh, with force?
Yeah, the force, knock you get. Okay. A jolt opened my mouth. I was rapidly swallowing water that tasted tears. Why tears, girls? Even your tears are?
Because tears have salt.
Yes, your tears also taste like a salt, and the sea water also was tasting like a salt. I was flung back and choking. What do you mean by choking?
Like coughing because there's something
as if something is stuck in your throat. Yeah. Now he has opened his mouth and he's in the water, so he was choking because of the water getting, in his mouth.
In his throat.
Yes, and the water retreated as I told you, drawn
went back.
I lay on the water wondering how far the water could take me. Then I came up against the rope as thick as one we were used to for the tug of war. You know tug of war, right? There are two groups holding on to the ropes and trying to pull each other.
Yeah.
Yes? Farah, are you with
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
I heard the sighted master calling to me. That's far enough. Come back, you will drown. What do you mean by drown?
Go underwater and you can't breathe.
Yes. So this is his experience and he is talking about. Any doubts still here?
No.
No.
Now, what you will do, now you'll read again that
No.
paragraph, the whole lesson, and you will find out the comprehension and looking closely, okay? You will send me
Yes.
the snapshot of your work.
Wait, Miss.
Yes, dear.
Miss.
Yeah.
Can I write? Oh wait, can I write looking closely in the book or no?
If it's okay, it's just one word answers. You can do it in your
Yeah. Book.
textbook also.
Miss,
Okay,
what
thank
is it?
Hmm?
What we will write?
You will write the comprehension and looking closely. Your homework today.
Comprehension. Which page is the comprehension?
182 questions.
Oh, comprehension.
Yeah.
And what? Looking closely.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, looking closely, and journal writing is there, both to be done. Journal writing, write a journal entry about a school trip you went on, one you wished you had gone. It may have been pleasurable experience. So you're going to write about your school trip as well as a journal entry.
Okay.
Okay. Looking closely, can you all answer quickly? How does Vedi describe the sounds of the passing traffic? Who will tell me, Farah?
Miss,
It's in the
Miss,
first
can I
page.
answer?
wait,
How,
sound of the
how does he explain the moving traffic?
um moving traffic.
Me.
Can I tell Miss?
Yes, Maya, quickly. I want to answer.
The clippy clop of the horse
Yes, very good.
and the bonk bonk of the bicycle.
Yeah, clatter of handcrafts and the car horns.
And
Who will tell you that there was a traffic front of his school? You remember, he can't see. Second question.
Yes.
Which words tell you that the children were excited? Paragraph 2. Go back to paragraph 2.
Paragraph.
Which words tell you that the kids were excited? They were happy and they were excited. Which words? Which action words?
Yeah, he cried. The
Dormitory.
No, that is the
No.
place where they are staying.
No, Miss.
Yes,
Miss,
Meera, you're close.
Basker cried.
Cried running
Basker
into the
cried
boys'
Yes.
dormitory. So
Boys.
running tells you that they were super excited, right? Now,
Yes.
the third question. What did the sea sound like to Vedi?
Wait, let me see.
How was the sound of the sea?
A gigantic roar.
Yes, gigantic roar, rushing of the waves. Yeah, these are the words you will tell to describe the sea according to Vedi. Other girls are listening?
Yeah.
Yes. How did Vedi describe the feel of the sand?
The feel of the sand.
Why did he call it ground, not sand? What did he find amazing about it? The last page.
Because there was hot, Miss, because there was
Yes.
hot, grainy, dry ground underfoot.
Yes. See, he described the sand as hot, grainy, dry. He called it ground because he did not know the name for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss, can I say number 5?
Yes, quickly. Why did Vedi say the water tasted of tears?
Because it was salty.
Very good. How does the sock shrunk in wash describe Vedi's experience?
Because when she washed it, right?
See, when you put a sock in a water, the size reduces, right? Similarly,
it gets smaller.
Yeah, his image of the school disappeared. He forgot the school from his mind, right?
Yeah.
When he came to the sea, the memory of the school disappeared from his mind. Here, all are clear?
Yeah.
comprehension and journal to be done by all today and sent it to me. If you are not sending me the homeworks, please speed up. Okay?
Okay.